Located in the foothills and valleys of Tennessee, there is a farm that we call home, where everything moves a little slower, we work hard and have fun. The blackberries and muscadines have a little tang. We like our horses broke and fast. We use our sawmill and work with our hands. You can typically find us outside or around a bonfire. We go to church on Sundays and we like our tea sweet. We like to rodeo and trail ride. Life has thrown us some curveballs, but there's nothing we can't get through with God and each other. We are Stony Branch Acres.
I have something in my boot.
That's part of your boot. Why are your boots so wet?
Because they are.
It's impossible.
Because they are. Whoa. Well, let's not get our boots like all the way in the water next time, maybe. I don't know. I will start today out with an apology. My phone is sideways. My son and daughter decided to go out to this little pond that Hurricane Ida delivered to us. So his boot got stuck in the water and it was all nasty and muddy. Let's see what this afternoon holds for us while we try to build this hay barn. Kevin's commentary is hilarious. He doesn't like my horses. Obviously, me being me, I defended them. Horses aren't going to stay out of a string line around some invisible posts. I mean, humans can let alone walk between cones or barriers when you go into an amphitheater. How are you going to get horses to stay out of some string lines? I'm just saying. I'm going to let you know that this vlog or episode post is heavy. They're not always like this, but this one is for many reasons. I guess now is the time that I can tell y'all about what Kevin's been dealing with for the last almost 2 years. We finally have gotten a few answers. We don't have many answers. We've been to every specialist in the Southeast in the last year and a half. We've been to Vanderbilt. We've seen ear, nose, and throat specialists. We've seen some of the best neurologists at Vanderbilt. We've been to everybody. We've seen everybody. Years ago, Kevin could have had a hay barn built in a month or less, all by himself. Now, this has taken us at least a good 6 or 7 months to get this far. His condition is debilitating. We still really don't have a name for it. We found a specialist somehow here in Chattanooga, all by doing our own research, because the neurologist up at Vanderbilt told us that he just had vestibular migraines, but we knew it had to be something more than that. How can you have a healthy, fit person that's very active go from 90 to nothing, literally, in a few months span? There's no excuse for it. As in, there's nothing that really stands out to us that immediately caused it. When I say that he goes from 90 to nothing, that means he was a healthy, active person. He did CrossFit. He worked 2 and 3 jobs, literally from sun up till sundown. Before the sun came up, after the sun went down, he was going. We were doing. And then just like that, it hit us like a bomb out of nowhere. He would sleep and lay in bed for 16 hours out of the day, sometimes 18 hours out of the day. Sometimes I have to pause when talking about this because it just becomes all too heavy and all too real. He's dizzy all the time. The ground beneath him feels like it's moving. He feels like he is basically on a trampoline. When he goes into his work, he feels like the shelves around him are jumping away from him, kind of like waves, like moving out from him and moving into him. To know that you go to some of the best specialists at Vanderbilt Hospital and all they can chalk it up to is this is vestibular migraines. I'm sorry, that's not good enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying vestibular migraines aren't horrible, because they are crippling in life as well. We don't know if this will ever clear up or go away. I think from the research we've done, there's only 5 to 10% of people who get this. But luckily we found the specialist that we did. So I'm hopeful. So hopeful. So one night I was on the couch watching TV. I had fallen asleep. I woke up around 2 a.m. and I just had something come over me to pray. Pray really hard. Not for my own selfish wants and needs. Not for my kids' needs. Not for, oh, let me have my husband back. Oh, let my kids have their dad back. But I prayed for Kevin. Let Kevin have his health back. Let Kevin have his good mindset back. Let Kevin be Kevin again. And the next day, Kevin told me that he had done research and he had found a doctor up in Canada. And that doctor in Canada he spoke with told him there was a specialist in Tennessee. And come to find out, the specialist in Tennessee was here in Chattanooga. We've been searching for a specialist like this for quite some time. Once Kevin found the specialist here in Chattanooga, that specialist is a functional neurologist. He got Kevin in within a week, and Kevin had his first appointment a few days after that. Kevin's been in treatment for 6 weeks. This doctor said that each case is different, I guess. Kevin is said to have post-concussion syndrome from younger when he was racing dirt bikes and would have crashes, doing silly things back in middle school and high school, fights that he would have gotten in when he was younger, a recent accident with our tractor where the hydraulics are going out on it, and Kevin went to do something under the tractor, like the bucket, and the hydraulic dropped and the tractor hit him in the head. So all of these things have added up to Kevin having this post-concussion syndrome. And it's similar to what Dale Earnhardt Jr. has gone through, and that's what we've done research on. So Kevin now is in treatment 3 times a week and has to do different exercises. When Kevin does have normal days, we just try to make the most out of them. They're very far and few in between. The day that we were doing this measuring right here, trying to get it square, was an absolute nightmare. Like the simplest math problem that could have been done normally for Kevin in a matter of a minute took us hours. I think we were out there for 2 hours trying to do this. And what do you know? Here come the horses again, trying to walk through the string line that we're trying to set again. And we fenced in the back property, so we have no more fencing, and I really don't want to have to go and buy more fencing to keep them out of this area. I just want to be able to get these posts set so we don't have to do any more string lines. That's all I want. But what seems so easy has taken forever. And here comes giant Naomi. She's like a huge long-necked dinosaur. So since Kevin's been in treatments, we feel like we're seeing a little bit of an improvement, but not a lot. Or well, not as quickly as I guess you could say we would have liked to. We were really hopeful that Kevin's case would just be like the regular cases that the functional neurologist sees, where these people who have balance issues and can't walk and come in wheelchairs and with their head tilted sideways, they are better in 3 months. But here we are at like our 6, almost 8 week mark, almost 2 months into it, and Kevin still has really, really bad days. The functional neurologist, though, said this is typical. Each case is different, so I'm still hopeful. A lot of days I can just kind of see Kevin feels hopeless or he looks hopeless. He'll have a really good day, like the day where they were able to cut down the 2 massive widowmaker trees that were so dead. That was a great day. And he had a few good days after that. And then it slowly diminished into him being bedridden again. Except to go to work. He just tries to make it through work. And then he comes home and lays in the bed until the next day, where we have to do it all over again.
What is going on?
So as if squaring up this barn wasn't already hard enough due to all of Kevin's dizziness and being so off balance, we have our kids always arguing with each other. I just wish our life could go back to normal, the way it used to be 2 to 3 years ago. I don't know if it'll ever get there. I try to find the normal in every day. I try to stay busy, whether it be with the kids, horses, laundry, home chores, my business. I just try to find the normalcy in each day. I have faith that Kevin's gonna get better. Might not be in 3 months, might not be in 6 months, but I have faith eventually he'll get back and be 100% how he was 3 years ago.
Both of them, bro. gotta measure from here to there in a second. After I get
the outside.
after I get this leveled up.
So Kevin said when people watch this, they're going to think he knows nothing about building barns or even the first thing about building anything. But I promise he does. It's just the horses have messed this up so many times. And with his medical condition, it's taken us a few times to get it right. But I promise, he knows how to build some awesome barns. So there's where the hay barn's going to be. And my barn is going to be way through there for the horses. This is thanks to Ida. We have a seasonal pond in the springtime, and then whenever it rains like super hard, this all fills up. Thanks to army worms, all our grass has just gone to crap. So we're having to feed hay. There's the skinny mini rescue from last November who colicked and had the trailer accident. And then all the other fatty waddies and the foster flare. And Lily and Fern and Lyric and Peanut. Hi babies. Miss Delilah over there. Hello babies. Hello. I don't know the plans that God has for us, but I'm trusting the process and I'm trusting that He will take care of us. And just because we believe in God and we worship God doesn't mean our lives are going to be perfect and we're going to be healthy and nothing bad is ever going to happen to us. We just always have to look to Him in the hard times and lean on each other and love each other day in and day out. Getting the hay barn leveled tonight. This is like our third attempt. I don't know what that noise was. And of course, no day is ever done without finding and cleaning up Wilder's toys. Because these only look like death traps to humans and horses, correct? Okay, I think that's all. Now I'm gonna go and make dinner for everybody. And then later I'll call the horses in to eat. Get the kids in the bath, and then call it a night. But all in all, what a day. It's getting there. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Here are a few photos of life with Kevin before he had post-concussion syndrome. I would also like to say and add, if you're someone that's out there that is struggling with severe headaches, dizziness, you feel off balance, things jump and move around you that are supposed to be concrete steel objects or still objects, please leave a comment. We will happily get you in touch with the functional neurologist that Kevin is now seeing. I know how awful this invisible disease is, and we are here to help anyone that we can because it is absolutely 100% life-altering.